Announced this morning the Prime Minister has, cock a hoop, I think you'd have to say, at the idea that now Amazon is coming to this country and they are going to be building data centers and storage cloud devices and things like that. 1,000 jobs being created, $7.5 billion worth of investment. But as I said to you this morning in reaction to that, they consume a hell of a lot of electricity. And electricity generation is something that we've talked about repeatedly over the last couple of years, and it won't be going away because we are going to have a serious shortage of supply over the next wee while. And certainly as gas comes to its end, that is only going to get very, very much worse. Well, last weekend, at a New Zealand First Party conference or something, or a public meeting, I think it was, Shane Jones, the Minister for Oceans and Fisheries, but very much, if you like, the front man for New Zealand First these days and Cabinet Minister, floated the idea that is it time for us to start thinking about cheaper electricity in this country, more efficient and effective energy, and is nuclear power an option for the future? Shane Jones joins us now. Minister, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for having you on.
Hey, mate. Kia ora. Thank you very much for enabling me to pop in.
Good on you. Listen, where were you when you made that speech about nuclear energy?
I was in Warkworth, and at the Warkworth Community Hall, which seats about 300 odd.
Yeah.
It was the fifth of the various meetings that I've held on behalf of the party. And I was asked a question, Michael, from an elderly gentleman. What is the stance of New Zealand First in terms of moving on from where the nuclear debate was frozen in New Zealand's recent social history in the days of David Lange? So I gave an honest answer, which surprised the audience, not the honesty, but the candour, that at our party conference on the 6th of September, we will be debating a remit pertaining to the inclusion of nuclear power as a part of the energy mix to cope with what was going to grow and grow as a major New Zealand problem, the provision of affordable energy and secure energy. And that caught the attention of the media. You may or may not know that New Zealand First, and even from your days, is still a party that has all of these debates in public and invites the media to come in and hear some of the wild and wonderful things that our members say. But there you go. It's on the agenda, and let's see where the ball bounces, because it does elicit immediate strong reactions. The chap Rob Campbell, I think his name, used to work for Briley's. He was on telly the other day and saying that that would never work. There are earthquakes and there are cheaper options, and I was simply trolling the New Zealand public.
Oh, yeah, well, he's an idiot. That's okay. I mean, there are plenty of idiots out there, Shane. And a lot of economists and a lot of engineers are floating this idea at the moment, saying, and indeed, as you know, in Europe, gosh, even from an environmental point of view, the argument of, or the answer of nuclear power has been seen as an answer also to global climate change as well, or one of them. Is it time we had the debate? Is it time we grew up? Is it time that we got over this whole anti-nuclear thing?
Well, for a host of people, I think I'm a similar age to you. I was born in 1959, so I'd have been 25, 26 when Lange made that call around how it was made and whether or not he was sort of gained by his own caucus. I think that if we step back, and I know it'll be a difficult debate to manage, but do you or don't you want a thriving nation with the most competitive energy prices in the first world, or do you want to labour and burden yourself with all this climate cultism where you pretend you've still got your chastity whilst you're bringing in coal from Indonesia, which could stop at any given point in time? That's really the debate I think that we've got to have as well. And if you do want what I described as secure and affordable and competitive energy prices, then let's have a look at what other nations that are thriving are doing to manage their energy needs.
Yeah, I mean, if modern, European countries with economies much stronger than ours can be having modern and safe nuclear facilities, then I'm struggling to see what the argument is against it. But there you go. Listen, though, you've opined often on the electricity shortage in this country. Last week, Contact Energy made it clear even further that the gas is just dropping off a cliff in terms of its supply. It was meant to be the bridging energy between, where we are now and where we're going in the future, presumably. Is there anything in the future that isn't reliant upon fossil fuels to get us to, say, 2035, 2040?
No, no, there isn't. The only way that we're going to keep the lights on in the foreseeable future is burning coal at the margin. But
Mm,
of course, that coal is expensive power, and that sets the price
mm.
for the other gentailers who have access to water, and then they price this free good, the water that's stored in lakes built by our forefathers not far away from where you reside. And that's what's distorting the price, and that's what's driving, in my view, businesses out of existence. We have an energy system and an electricity system that is leading to deindustrialization. And I don't care how many former executives like Chap Winare, who wrote an incomprehensible article in the media, all of these people are compromised. They have profited from the current setup of our energy system, and they will fight it with their last dying breath. Well, sadly, we are going to change the energy and electricity sector. We were unsuccessful as New Zealand First securing the energy ministerial role. But after the next election, know this from me, the next winter is going to be a winter of impoverishment, energy-wise, and the only people that are going to grow rich are the gentailers.
Well, that's going to be 3 months or 2 months before the next general election. That will go down pretty poorly, I have to say, Shane, with all of the centre-right coalition partners, if next winter is going to be as dire as you predict. I'm assuming
Well,
that none of the... Yeah?
no, I'm just going to say, Transpower have warned us that 2026 winter is going to be a major challenge. I have repeated these warnings. I have led a campaign publicly. I have been sort of ridiculed by the supporters of the gentailers. I've struggled to get a level of momentum amongst my colleagues that we are dealing with an existential threat, not only to us in terms of deindustrialization, but to the power being exerted by the vested interests who profit. Now, explain this to me. Meridian, a powerful company, gets all the water for free down the South
Mm,
Island,
yeah.
have been given an opportunity to go into the fast track so they can actually drain the lake levels further, post a loss of $300 to $400 million, turn around and then borrow $300 or $400 million and pay it out to their shareholders. They're not putting that $300 or $400 into new investment.
Capital investment,
They
no.
handed it over to shareholders. I don't know how you run your household,
Yeah, yeah,
or indeed
yeah.
how your listeners run their businesses, but you would only do that if you believed that you have a captive market that you can profiteer from next year and recover that money.
Yeah. No, no, I'm facing the same problem in my neck of the woods with Contact Energy, who want to drain a lake completely, so that they can then profit from high electricity prices when there's a shortage as well, and change the law in their favour. Yet they've built no capacity in the time that they have been gentailers. And that's the real interesting issue, isn't it? That there has been no, I mean, solar and wind just don't cut it because they don't work in winter, Shane, do they?
You're absolutely correct.